if you do too much of this stuff, it can cause digestive issues. All right, which one is better for your baby? Chia seed or flaxseed? It's kind of a weird question, but I get it surprisingly often from parents. So I'm going over. And in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about both of them. And there's not like a super clear winner, but there's one that I definitely favor for babies over the other. So here's chia versus flaxseed for babies. All right, let's start about like the things that they kind of have in common, because you probably don't really know the difference between chia or flaxseed either. And to be honest, they both are really, really good sources of omega-3, these plant-based fatty acids that like are a little bit hard to get elsewhere in the diet. So in that regard, they might be something you consider adding to your baby's diet. Now, they also are good sources of fiber. They've got some protein in there, and you might be surprised, there's a pretty considerable amount of iron in these foods, flaxseed and chia seed. And usually we think that, animal foods have more iron than plant foods, and they do, but these ones are pretty decent. All right, so what's the difference between flaxseed and chia seed? The deal with flaxseed is that in order for humans to be able to absorb it, it has to be ground. So that's why like flaxseed meal is what you buy. You don't buy the actual flaxseeds, or you can, but like you shouldn't feed them to your baby or yourself. Flaxseed meal is when it's ground, then the nutrients are a little bit more bioavailable. Now, flaxseed has kind of like a nuttier flavor. When you bake, you can toast it and cook with it, whereas chia seeds would definitely be like pretty benign and pretty bland, and you almost don't even notice them because they really don't taste like anything. All right, so what are the potential drawbacks of using chia seed or flaxseed for babies? Kind of the same thing that goes for adults, that if you do too much of this stuff, it can cause digestive issues, right? Chia seed and flaxseed, a lot of times are used in adult recipes because they make you feel fuller for longer. Chia in particular absorbs a ton of water. And when babies are learning how to eat solid foods and we want them to learn how to feel hungry and then use food to alleviate hunger, we don't want to make them feel artificially full. So a small amount of either of these is fine, but you certainly don't want to overdo it. Now, I do want to point out that one of the ways that you sometimes see parents using chia seed is for making chia seed pudding for their babies. Your standard recipe for chia seed pudding, okay, if I was using this type of chia seed, this one happens to be from Trader Joe's, but most chia seed recipes are a cup of coconut oil to a quarter cup of chia seed. So a serving size of this chia seed is 2 tablespoons. So a quarter cup is 4 tablespoons. So it'll be 2 servings of this. That would be 16 grams of fiber and 10 grams of protein. That's a lot for babies, okay? Fiber and protein, as well as the fat that's in here, which would be 16 grams of fat, the fiber, the protein, that's gonna make your baby feel really, really full for a really long time. I would not make any chia seed pudding. And like, you might be like, oh, my baby doesn't eat that much. Like a 10-month-old baby could clearly eat 1 cup of chia seed pudding, and it would be a lot of chia seed and could cause some digestive discomfort. So I would say use them in moderation. Another area where parents use chia seed and flaxseed is as an egg replacement. Now, why would you need to replace eggs? Like, why couldn't you eat eggs? Well, if your baby is allergic to eggs, or if you're a vegan family and you don't eat animal products, there's a lot of times when you'd be baking or doing a different cooking application where you'd want an egg. So there's a really simple substitute that you can do to equate to 1 egg. So I do a chia seed or a flax seed substitute a lot of times when I'm making fritters. And one of the babies I was just working with was allergic to eggs. And I wanted her to try rice, and we were making these little rice patties. Well, what holds the rice together? It's the egg. Well, we couldn't do egg. So I tried it with both chia seed and with flax seed. So the way you do this is you take 1 tablespoon of chia or flax seed, you mix it with 3 tablespoons of water, stir everything together, let it sit so it kind of congeals, coagulates. It gets to be about the texture of an egg white in about 5 minutes. You don't want to let it sit too long or it gets hard. But that amount, that combination after 5 minutes, that equates to 1 egg. So if you put it in the fritter batter recipe, mix it all up, it actually performs pretty well as far as acting as a binding agent and helping to hold the ingredients together so you can fry that little fritter, cut it into strips about the size of your adult pinky finger, and then allow your baby to self-feed. Another way that I use flaxseed is as a meal. I sometimes will roll other slippery foods in the flaxseed to make it easier for the baby to pick up. So think about things like avocado slices or banana spears, or if you're doing, sometimes like the low sugar canned fruits can be super duper slippery, you can roll them in some high iron foods with the consistency like flax meal, and it gives your baby a little traction, so it makes it easier for them to pick up, but it also adds some iron. So I would have to say, if I'm choosing between flaxseed or chia seed, I'm gonna tend towards flaxseed. The reason why, it tends to cost less. Chia is super trendy right now. Chia trends come and go, but we're like at a peak right now, so the price is at a peak. Flax meal, because it's already ground up, it's got a little bit less iron than chia, but I like it because it's got kind of a slightly nutty flavor, so I want the baby to have that new flavor experience. I like the fact that it's got some iron. I like that because it's ground up, those nutrients are more bioavailable, and I love the idea that it's cheaper. So I'm going with flaxseed over chia. Either of them in small amounts for your baby is totally fine and safe to feed. All right, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I put out 2 infant feeding videos every week, and hit me up in the comments to let me know if you've tried chia or flax for your baby. Do you have a preference? How'd your baby like it? I'd love to hear more. Thanks for watching.